Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Christina from Our Wood Home. I'm coming to you with another edition of vintage homemaking advice. This is from the Department of Agriculture here in Canada. It was a publication issued in December 1937. This is kind of a fun topic. It's called Salads That Are Different, and it's got a lot of interesting recipes that I thought I would share with you just for fun. Maybe you'll be inspired to try some of these, or it'll just be an interesting piece of history to listen to. This is publication 596, Household Bulletin 17, issued December 1937 by Dominion of Canada Department of Agriculture. It's titled Salads That Are Different, and it was written by Edith L. Elliott of the Fruit Branch. Before I jump into the publication, I just wanted to explain what Dominion of Canada means, because that's kind of a term that we don't really hear anymore here in Canada, but I'm sure the rest of the world has maybe not heard that term. So Dominion of Canada is what the country of Canada used to be called up until around the 1960s. Then they dropped the Dominion part and we've just been called Canada. So hopefully that explains that interesting title. Now let's get into the publication. Salads that are different. At least one fresh raw vegetable should be included in the diet each day. 2 are better. Fresh raw vegetables are rich in certain minerals and vitamins essential to health. Salads give these important elements. Salad greens should be fresh and crisp. Lettuce is the most common of all salad plants. Separate the leaves. If the outside leaves are used, it is better to shred them. Wash lettuce carefully under running water is best. Wrap in a towel after draining and keep cool, or place in the vegetable pan of the refrigerator until ready to serve. Endive, romaine, chicory, watercress, or dandelion greens should be treated in the same way. The tender inside leaves of spinach also make an excellent green salad, used alone or with other greens. String bean salad recipe. 2 quarts young string beans, 6 narrow rings of pimento, French dressing, Indian dressing. Choose beans with smooth, slender pods. Bulging pods mean mature and usually tough beans. Wash and string the beans and cook them whole in boiling salted water until tender. Drain and cool. Marinate in French dressing. Chill thoroughly. Arrange in mounds on tender leaves of lettuce, holding them together with pimento rings. Serve with Indian dressing. Canned beans may be used. Recipe for Cardinal Beet Salad. 1 package lemon jelly powder, 1 cup boiling water, 1 cup beet juice, 3 tablespoons vinegar, 2 teaspoon onion juice or grated onion, 1 tablespoon horseradish, 1 cup celery diced, 1 cup cooked beets, ½ teaspoon salt. Dissolve jelly powder in boiling water. Add beet juice, vinegar, salt, onion juice, and horseradish. Chill. When slightly thickened, fold in celery and beets. Turn into mold. Chill until firm. Unmold on crisp lettuce. Serve with salad dressing. Cucumbers for salad in winter use. Wash, peel, and slice cucumbers. Pack in a crock in layers, beginning with a layer of salt, then a layer of sliced cucumbers until the crock is filled. Finish with a layer of salt. Put a plate on top and wait. Soak in cold water overnight before using, changing the water several times. Recipe for Cucumber Boat Salad. 3 cucumbers, 2 tomatoes, ½ cup chopped celery, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/8 teaspoon pepper, 1 tablespoon chopped onion. Chill cucumbers and tomatoes. Peel cucumbers. Cut in halves lengthwise. Remove pulp from the centers, being careful not to break the outside. Peel tomatoes, cut in cubes, and drain off juice. Mix the cucumber pulp, tomatoes, celery, salt, pepper, and onion, and moisten with mayonnaise. Fill the cucumber halves with this mixture and arrange on crisp leaves of lettuce. Garnish with parsley. Serve with mayonnaise. Recipe for green pepper salad. Stone and chop 1 cupful of dates and chop 1 cupful of walnuts or pecans. Mix the dates and walnuts with 1/2 pound of cream or cottage cheese, adding a little salad dressing if necessary. Wash 3 green peppers, remove a slice from the stem end and all seeds and ribs. Then pack the cheese mixture down well into the green peppers, pressing solidly so that there will be no open spaces. Leave in a cold place until thoroughly chilled. With a very sharp knife, slice across the pepper and arrange 2 or 3 slices attractively on lettuce, watercress, or endive. Serve very cold. Salads for the main course. Recipe for apples with chicken. Take 6 large apples, scoop out centers, and fill with cold, cooked chicken, minced finely, and seasoned with green pepper, celery, salt, and pepper. Moisten with a little salad dressing. Place apples in steamer and steam until tender. Chill and serve with salad dressing on lettuce. Recipe for tomato and egg salad. 6 eggs, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/8 teaspoon pepper, 2/3 cup of mayonnaise, 3 large tomatoes, lettuce. Hard cook the eggs, cool slightly, and while still warm, shell them and force through a potato ricer or sieve. Add salt and pepper and pack the riced egg firmly into 2 glasses. When ready to serve salad, remove eggs from glasses by running a knife around the edge. It will then be possible to cut in slices. Peel tomatoes, cut in thick slices. Lay a slice of egg on top. Place on lettuce leaves. Pour over all a tablespoon of salad dressing and serve. Fruit salads. Fruit salads may be served with a tart dressing and used as a salad course, or with whipped cream or sweet dressing when they are used as a dessert course. Recipe for apple and celery salad. Pare, core, and cut into cubes mellow Canadian-grown apples. Mix with 1/2 or an equal amount of celery cut into small cubes. Add a little salt. Mix with mayonnaise or boiled dressing and serve on lettuce leaves, garnished with celery tips. Recipe for cream salad dressing uncooked. 1/2 cup heavy sweet cream, 3 tablespoons sugar, 1 teaspoon mustard, vinegar or lemon juice. Beat cream until stiff. Add mustard, sugar, and vinegar or lemon juice to suit taste. Beat again, and it is ready for use. Fruit salad dressing. 2 eggs, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/2 cup whipped cream, 4 tablespoons sugar, 2 lemons. Beat eggs until light. Add salt and lemon juice and sugar. Stir over boiling water until thick. Cool. Fold in cream just before serving. I think you'll probably agree with me that those were definitely some salads that are different. I'm not sure that I personally would try a lot of those combinations, but I do like the idea of the stuffed salads in the green pepper and in the cucumber boats. I think that's kind of an interesting way to present that as a salad. I've made stuffed peppers before, but it has a meat and rice mixture and it's cooked and really soft. But I kind of like how those stuffed salads sound. I might maybe try those. I'm not sure. While I'm not that interested in most of these recipes, it was still really interesting to read them and just to see what was being consumed or what was being suggested for consumption in 1937 in Canada. It was such a different time back then. And I'm sure there was really a struggle that a lot of people were having just finding interesting things to eat and kind of breaking the monotony of what was available to them. I think it's also interesting that this was issued in December when most people wouldn't have been growing gardens because here in Canada in December, it's snowy, it's cold. You can't grow much unless you're growing it inside or maybe in a greenhouse. But it's still interesting just to see all these different recipes. And I'm wondering if a lot of the components for these recipes maybe would have been preserved in some way because the assumption was maybe that this was grown in your own garden and then you brought it indoors for long-term storage. I'm not sure. Seeing that tip about storing cucumbers for winter kind of made me jump to that conclusion, but let me know your thoughts. Do you think that the vegetables in these recipes were store-bought, fresh, maybe canned? Were they preserved or stored from home gardens? Let me know. I'm curious to see what you guys think. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out the rest of my vintage homemaking advice playlist. I'll have that up on the screen here for you to peruse at your leisure. If you like what you see here on my channel, please do consider subscribing. I hope that you have a great rest of your day.